Hey there, my name's Amber. I go to Arizona Western College. I'm a part of Cru on that campus, and right now I'm just going to share with you my story and how I got to know Jesus. Like many people, I grew up in a Christian home. My mother was a single mom, and just due to time's sake and privacy sake for my family, I probably won't go into great detail here. However, I am more than willing to share with you one-on-one details. If you would like to contact me, that'd be awesome. The next few weeks I'll be wearing this bright shirt on campus, hard to miss. Alright, so anyways, my mom was a single mom most of my childhood. My parents divorced when I was young, and my father moved away, and I still talked to him occasionally and saw him every few years, and people would tell me that he had not moved because he didn't love me, but Satan snuck in and started to feed me lies. And I began to believe that my father had left because I wasn't good enough, and so he didn't love me. This began a whole mess of issues in my life where I began to perform in my relationships. I started to believe that I had to be the best at everything in order for people to love me. This actually became greatly exaggerated, where I honestly believed that if I was not the best at anything I did, better than anyone else, why would people ever want to be friends with me? This performance mentality actually started to creep into my faith, and like I said, I was a Christian, but because I was so young, I guess things hadn't really been explained to me fully in terms of my faith was based on a relationship, and I was still kind of stuck in the Sunday school mentality of you're supposed to do good things and you're supposed to be a good person, and that's what makes you a Christian. And so my performance mindset snuck in and started to twist that, and I began to believe that I had to be the best at being nice, and I had to be the best at doing good things, and that God would only love me if I was the best at those and never failed. Well, obviously that didn't happen, and I failed quite a bit, and I wasn't the best. And so in my little mind, I thought that that meant that God couldn't love me. And so my relationship with him was based on a performance, and a performance that failed, and it was empty, and I got no joy from it, I got no truth from it, and my life wasn't changed from it. About halfway through middle school, reality set in, and I realized that it was impossible for me to be the best at everything, and so this meant that people weren't going to love me, and so I began to isolate myself. I began to be distracted by thoughts of suicide, and I would be walking home from the bus stop and I would think about throwing myself into traffic. But my performance mindset, kind of showed me, hey, cars aren't going fast enough, it may not kill you, and I didn't want to fail at that. And so just those thoughts started to distract me quite a bit, and I started to research how I could effectively commit suicide without failing, and that became basically all I thought about for quite a while. And then at about this time, my mom got remarried to my second stepdad, and we moved to Arizona, and the change of scenery helped a little bit, and before the depression could sneak back in, I began to attend church, where the youth pastor encouraged me to read my Bible and pray and seek a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And so I began to do these things, and at first it was based on performance mentality again, but because I was doing these things, the truth started to be presented to me. It started to infiltrate my life, and I began to realize that God had loved me when I was a sinner. When I was a sinner, God had loved me. And so even when I was the epitome of fail, basically, he still loved me, and that meant that I could fail all I wanted, and he would still love me. There was nothing that could break that. There was nothing that could stop that. His love was unconditional, and that just brought me so much hope. He began to fix my performance mentality and began to make me a worshiper. He showed me that I needed to be worshiping him. He just wanted me. He just wanted me. He just wanted me to bask in his presence and to accept his love, and that no, I would never be good enough to receive his love, but that was okay. And so that actually set me free from all those performance goals that I had set for myself. And now I try to spend each day just getting to know him more. And while I still struggle with this performance tendencies, I have a hope, because I know that Jesus will love me even when I'm not the absolute best. Even when I fail him, he will still love me. And if you're interested in that kind of love, please don't hesitate to contact me. I would love to talk with you in person, on Facebook, wherever. I hope to see you around on campus. Later, Gators.